Are you concerned about your memory? Perhaps you noticed yourself becoming more forgetful lately, misplacing your keys or struggling to recall names. What if I told you that some common medications might be contributing to these memory issues? Today, I'm going to reveal 4 dangerous medications that could be silently erasing your memory without you even realizing it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which medications to discuss with your doctor and the simple steps you can take to protect your precious memories. This information could be life-changing, especially if you or someone you love has been experiencing unexplained memory problems. Stay with me until the end because I'll be sharing some natural alternatives that might surprise you. Did you know that the average person over 60 takes at least 4 prescription medications daily? That's right, 4 different drugs interacting with your body chemistry every single day. But here's the shocking truth. Many of these medications might be causing more harm than good, especially when it comes to your memory and cognitive function. Let's start by understanding how our memory works. Your brain is constantly forming new connections, storing information, and retrieving it when needed. This delicate process relies on a balance of chemicals called neurotransmitters. When certain medications interfere with these neurotransmitters, your memory can suffer dramatically. Have you ever wondered why you sometimes feel mentally foggy after taking certain pills? This might be the reason. The first category of medications we need to discuss are benzodiazepines. These include popular drugs like Xanax, Valium, Ativan, and Klonopin. They're commonly prescribed for anxiety, insomnia, and sometimes muscle spasms. But did you know that these medications work by slowing down your central nervous system? While this helps reduce anxiety, it also impairs your ability to form new memories. Think about it. How many people do you know who take these medications regularly? Research has shown that long-term use of benzodiazepines increases the risk of developing dementia by up to 50%. That's not a small number. Ask yourself, is the temporary relief worth the potential long-term damage to your memory? If you're taking these medications, don't panic and certainly don't stop taking them without consulting your doctor. Instead, have an honest conversation about the risks and benefits. Are there alternatives that might work just as well without the memory-damaging side effects? Remember, you are your own best advocate when it comes to your health. The second type of medication that might be erasing your memory are anticholinergics. These include over-the-counter sleep aids, certain antidepressants, and medications for overactive bladder. Names like Benadryl, Paxil, and Ditropan might be in your medicine cabinet right now. These drugs block a chemical messenger in your brain called acetylcholine, which is vital for learning and memory. Have you been taking any of these medications for years without realizing their impact on your brain? Many people have. Studies have found that regular use of strong anticholinergic medications for just 3 years is associated with a 54% higher risk of dementia compared to no use. Let that sink in for a moment. Something you're taking to help you sleep might be setting you up for serious memory problems down the road. What symptoms might you notice if your medications are affecting your memory? You might find yourself forgetting recent conversations or events. Perhaps you're having trouble finding the right words or feeling confused in familiar places. If you've experienced any of these symptoms, when was the last time you reviewed your medications with your doctor? Moving on to our third memory-erasing medication, statins. Now, I know this might be controversial because millions of Americans take statins to lower their cholesterol. Drugs like Lipitor, Crestor, and Zocor are among the most prescribed medications in the country. But here's what many doctors don't discuss: the potential impact on your memory. Statins work by blocking an enzyme that your body needs to make cholesterol. But this same enzyme is needed to produce a compound called coenzyme Q10, which your brain cells need for energy. Without enough energy, your brain cells can't function properly, leading to what some patients describe as brain fog or memory problems. Have you or someone you know noticed memory changes after starting a statin? The FDA thought this was common enough that in 2012, they required all statin medications to carry a warning about potential memory problems. Yet how many patients are actually informed about this risk? The final category of memory-erasing medications might surprise you. It's sleeping pills. Drugs like Ambien, Lunesta, and Sonata help millions fall asleep each night. But at what cost to their cognitive function? These medications work on the same brain receptors as benzodiazepines, though slightly differently. They're known as Z-drugs, and while they're marketed as having fewer side effects than benzodiazepines, they still impact your memory. Have you ever taken a sleeping pill and found that you couldn't remember parts of the evening or even the next morning? This is because these drugs can cause anterograde amnesia, difficulty forming new memories while the drug is active in your system. But the concerns don't stop there. Regular use has been linked to an increased risk of dementia in multiple studies. Think about your sleep routine. Are you relying on medications to fall asleep? What if there were natural alternatives that could help you sleep just as well, without putting your memory at risk? Wouldn't that be worth exploring? Now, I want to be clear about something. Never stop taking any prescription medication without consulting your doctor first. Some medications need to be tapered slowly to avoid withdrawal effects. Instead, schedule an appointment specifically to discuss your concerns about memory. Bring this information with you and ask if there might be alternatives. With fewer cognitive side effects, what can you do right now to protect your memory? First, make a list of all medications you're taking, including over-the-counter drugs and supplements. Review this list with your pharmacist or doctor and specifically ask about effects on memory and cognition. Could any of these medications be causing your memory problems? Second, consider lifestyle changes that might reduce your need for certain medications. For example, regular exercise has been shown to help with anxiety, depression, sleep problems, and even high cholesterol, addressing the very issues that many of these memory-erasing drugs are prescribed for. Third, explore natural alternatives under medical supervision. For sleep problems, techniques like meditation, limiting blue light exposure before bed, and establishing a regular sleep schedule can be remarkably effective. For anxiety, cognitive behavioral therapy has been shown to be as effective as medication in many cases, without the side effects. Has your doctor ever discussed these alternatives with you? If not, why not? Healthcare should be a partnership, but you need to be an active participant. Ask questions, demand answers. After all, it's your memory, your very identity, that's at stake. Let me share a story about one of my clients, Martha. At 68, she was taking 6 different medications and complained of severe memory problems. She couldn't remember her grandchildren's names sometimes, which devastated her. After reviewing her medications, we discovered she was on to different anticholinergic drugs, one for allergies and one for bladder control. She worked with her doctor to find alternatives, and within 3 months, her family noticed a dramatic improvement in her memory. Martha told me it felt like coming out of a fog. Could you or someone you love experience a similar transformation? What would it be worth to you to regain lost memory function? These are questions worth considering. Remember, knowledge is power, but only when you act on it. Review your medications. Have that conversation with your doctor. Explore alternatives. Your future self, with memories intact, will thank you. Isn't it worth taking action now to protect your ability to remember your life's precious moments? To recall the names and faces of those you love? To maintain your independence and quality of life as you age? For those of you who have stayed with me until this point, I want to sincerely thank you. Your health matters, and taking the time to educate yourself is the first step toward improvement. If you found this information valuable, please hit that like button. It helps others find this important content too. Have you experienced memory problems that might be related to your medications? Or have you successfully switched to alternatives with positive results? Share your experience in the comments below with the phrase, "Memory matters." I read every comment, and your story might help someone else facing similar challenges. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more potentially life-changing health information like this. Click that notification bell so you don't miss our next video about natural memory boosters that can help repair some of the damage these medications might have caused. Remember, your health is in your hands. Sometimes the most important question you can ask your doctor is simply, is there another way? Your memory and your future may depend on it.